What's up, MPX addicts, and welcome to the MPX Rehab. I'm your host, the hashtag Certified Mark J. Williams, here with my co-host as always,
Kyle Smith.
You really ought to get back to that, man. Come on.
No. I'm just glad you didn't do it, because I would have been mad.
But either way, this last week was MPX's Metroplex Kombat, and well, to say that it had a controversial ending is, speaking lightly.
I don't know if say a controversial ending. It was very weird. We'll get to that later, because I'm sure I'm going to piss a lot of people off with the card itself, which... If anyone thinks I'm fucking drunk, no. Ask Pat, Greg, or Courtney. They all know my thoughts after the show. What I'm going to say tonight is what I thought immediately after the show. So,
but we started off the night with the MPX Championship match with Exodus Prime and Tommy Becker.
Wow. It is the title. It is the MPX title. That should never be for. It could have been co-main and it would have been fine. You could have opened with the tag. You could have opened with Sky and Brick. Those two matches would have been great to open with. While yes, Exodus and Tommy is a great match to open with, it is for the MPX title. It should not have been opened with. That is the title, and everyone knows, if anyone's listened to the show before, how I feel about the MPX title. It should always be main event. I get Bandit and Dimitri's main event. I have no problem with that, because that is a big name, a title. That's fine.
You at least wanted it co-main.
Exactly. It should have been co-main. Why it opened, I don't understand. If Exodus or Tommy had somewhere else to be, okay, maybe. But there's no reason that the MPX title should have opened that card. That title should always be main event or co-main. It should never be opener, in between, 2, 3, 4. It should never be that. That is what you build your company around. That is the title that everyone wants. There's no reason it should be the opener. Now, with saying all that, this match was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, no, it was a great match. All in all, it was actually just like really athletic, because, of course, you've got Tommy Becker and Exodus Prime in the ring. It was a little weird, because I don't think the fans really knew who to get behind, because you had you had Exodus playing up being a heel. You had Tommy playing up being a heel, and everybody was like, I'll cheer for this one. No, I'll cheer for this one.
And we didn't even say that last week, is Tommy's kind of that tweener. Like, the Tommy Becker is one of those that if you put against a strong heel like Exodus, people will cheer. And they did.
Yeah.
Like, they eventually got behind the Tommy Becker.
That is true.
But it's one of those where it's very hard, and Exodus and Schaefer are probably the two best at getting the fans to hate them when they should. But yeah, it was, the fans were all about, they really were split. It was either the Tommy Becker or Exodus Prime, because again, Exodus is one of those that no matter what he does, he's so fucking, and that is the heels I like. I love Exodus. I love Schaefer, because in the end, no matter what they do, you hate them no matter how good they are. And I felt Exodus did do that in this match. I felt Tommy did kind of start getting the kind of face push a little bit. But it's one of those where, yeah, it's booking wise, and we even said it last week, it's like, what are we doing here? Heel versus heel, what are they going to do? And we even said it, we're like, oh, Tommy's kind of a tweener. And he was, but it took a little bit to get to that.
Yeah. And honestly, actually, I wouldn't mind Tommy going back to face after a bit, because honestly, we're pretty heel heavy at MPX.
We are, but it's also one of those when it's... when you're too good at being a heel, you can't lose that. It's I feel it's the opposite with Locke, which we'll get into a lot later.
Oh yeah,
is Locke was that, nope, he's a heel, fuck whatever everyone thinks, but no, he's too fucking over. He is a face no matter what he does, no matter what people think. Locke is a heel. I feel Tommy, if you look at the MPX roster, Tommy is that true tweener. It depends who he faces. He's a heel face. I think he is the only one, if you look at the MPX roster. No, he's either people cheer him or no, people boo him. It depends who he goes against.
Yeah.
He's going against Exodus, which is our top heel. He is the heel champion. Other than, I'd say, Schaefer, there's real no heel that if you put Tommy against the Tommy Becker, that's like, nope, we cheer him or we boo him.
Yeah. But yeah, Exodus Prime retaining, and it was, like I said, this one actually felt like it could have gone either way because, you know, they had that chemistry and the athleticism, and it was just a hell of a showcase. Eventually, with Exodus coming away with the win on it, and just.
Well, and it's one of those, because, I mean, you even talked about, because it was the little bit you sat with me, are they really going to do this? Is Exodus Stein? Is Exodus moving on?
Yeah.
Like, it is one of those things where we're like, oh, shit, we're losing Exodus. Because, again, the Tom Becker is one of those talents that's like, oh, he could actually do this. And I think that's what's good right now with MPX is they have built people, and we'll talk about next week, obviously, with Locke, that if Exodus loses, we could see it.
Yeah.
It's not one of those where in the past, especially with MPX, because everyone knows, at least we do because we've watched MPX enough, the booking where it's like, oh no, Exodus is good for a while.
Yeah.
For most cases, if we look at MPX history, Purple Rain to Cold Day in Hell, that's usually the title reign. And
usually Cold Day in Hell through the Rumble to Destiny.
Exactly. Those are the title reigns. And it's given where Exodus is booked, how he's booked, how popular he is, might we lose him sooner? We don't know.
Especially with that Impact showing.
Exactly. And having people like the Tommy Becker against him, it makes it believable. Unlike the main events, which we'll get to later. I have a lot to say about that. Oh, I know. I'm pretty sure. I will preface this right now. After this match, I will piss a lot of people off, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not meaning to. It is just my fan opinion. Because, again, that's what we are. We're fucking fans. We don't know shit about the card. But, hey, I have an opinion. You've given me a live mic, which probably next week it will get taken away. But fuck it. I'm here now. We'll find out what happens. But, yeah, this card was kind of surprising.
Yeah, because then after that we had the 6-person tag team match in which the Sons of Mayhem had challenged any MPX contracted wrestler, and initially it was Iron Belly and Morgan Mercy who had accepted publicly, and they left the third member of that team a mystery, which got revealed at MPX to be JD Griffey.
Pissed off fans, number one.
Yeah.
Or let's preface this. Pissed off management, number one. I like the outcome. I just think it could have done better. Having JD come out, be the third, at the beginning, and try the team all along, just didn't make sense. JD has been against MPX all along. He's been against management. He's been against the roster. JD trying to be the MPX hero just didn't make sense. If they would have done, and I know you're already going to say it, and I fucking hate it, but if he would have done the NWO Hogan angle where he came out, say Morgan and Alex, or Morgan and Iron Belly, God damn it, I drank too much, fuck you. If Morgan and Iron Belly would have come out first, tried to beat the 3 members of Sons of Mayhem on their own, then Jerome come out and JD tries to be the hero, and then turn on both of them, then look at Red and Sons of Mayhem and say, go ahead, take it, and then do his speech, would have made more sense than to have JD sit there try to be the hero, and then just Morgan and Alex or Iron Belly be like, nope, we don't trust you. Fuck you. No, that doesn't. Y'all obviously agreed to it doesn't make sense. If the match would have happened and JD came out and tried to be the hero of MPX, then turn on them to join Sons, or essentially take Sons of Mayhem under his wing, because let's be honest, it's JD is the vet, and the greatest thing I loved out of that was Stephen Kirby wasn't Mr. Mayhem until he got under me, until he was in the trust fund, which I was like, fucking brilliant. That makes sense for the Sons of Mayhem. That whole pitch, that whole promo made fucking sense. But if it would have happened with him coming out, cut them off, give Sons of Mayhem the win, that would have been way better. Is it a still good storyline? Absolutely. I like the storyline. Because again, and I'm sure me and you've already talked about it. I'm pretty sure we talked about it. Maybe in New York, Pat. I don't remember. But the storyline of Red gets it, but then turns on him to be the super face to break out of it. That is great.
If nothing
fucking
else,
storytelling.
Yeah, if nothing else, Red did not look entirely pleased like Nick and Jacob did. So
I'm already at 10%. So if I lose y'all, I'll have to look over there. So fuck that. But yeah, no, that I just was it good? Yes. Could it done better? From my fan and overbooking, overanalyzing ass mind? Yes. I'm happy because I think it is going to be a good storyline. I think having Jerome with the Sons of Mayhem, which I don't. Can you call them Sons of Mayhem at the moment? With them being another Jerome, I don't.
The next one or the next card has them as the Sons of Mayhem. So
and it does, and it's just one of those where it's like, if Jerome's leading, are they really the Sons of Mayhem? Because now they're no longer under R.I.P. Kirby's tutelage. They're under Jerome's.
Yeah, well.
And it's one of those where it's like, I hate that because obviously it ruins Red's gear. But it's one of those where it's like, are they the Sons of Mayhem or are they the Sons of the Trust Fund? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know?
I don't know. We'll find out. Then after that, we had a match where
let's not bury it too much. Morgan and Iron Belly looked really good. They really did. For two talents we haven't seen in a while, to go against, three future stars of MPX. No, Morgan and Iron Belly did hold their own. It was really good. It's just one of those where it's like, I feel that storyline could have been a little different.
Yeah. No, that is true. Dimitri says Sons of Griffey, which,
I mean, it's not wrong.
But yeah, like I said, the match was good, but like I agree with you actually, because it's like it just felt like it was a little too obvious.
Well, and that's also a good point too. Is JD gonna be there? Like, is JD gonna actually help and be around the Sons of Mayhem? Because it is one of those. He is one of those talents where we get every now and then, and rightfully so, because JD is fucking busy.
Yeah.
He's got that nice AEW Dark Elevation contract, whichever one it is. I don't know. He's going to yell at me later, isn't he? Okay, cool. I've already pissed everyone off. It's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Been fired from everything else. This is just the next thing.
But, yeah, we'll see. But after that, we had the singles match between Aaron Eagle and Game Time LC Mox. It was actually good seeing Mox back in the ring again.
It was very good seeing Mox back. I just wish it... And I don't want to say against a better opponent because him and Eagle did do very well. I guess it's just one of those where I wish maybe Mox had a win or against someone that could have been a win. Eagle has, for everything we've heard about him, he has actually gotten better. When he first came in, he held that fanfare. He had always the greatest. He's, a fucking vet, and he just didn't impress. Matches after that, he's gotten better, and he has grown on me as a heel. I do hate the whole hero thing because obviously you lost the hero match with Casey. Why are you still trying to push that point? But again, I guess that's a good heel. Yeah. Is, hey, I'm the hero whether I won or lost. He is one of those that he gets the fans to hate him. And kudos to Kenzie, who made the beautiful Aaron Eagle meme. That was great.
That was hilarious.
But it is one of those where I wish Mox had a little better showing, just a little bit more face, almost one interaction.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily a full squash, but it was pretty close.
Yeah. No, I agree with TSU Texan 07, whoever that is. That, it's like the smell my armpit thing. It's just, it's
Which
silly.
I love how you do that. And it's like, I don't think anyone gets that but you. Because I was sitting there, she's like, smell your armpit. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, I guess. It's a little weird, but okay. But again, I think that plays to how good of a heel he is one of the things that makes him a good heel is he will draw things out to be more annoying that you hate him for. And that pose on the apron makes you hate him because of how long it is.
Yeah.
And it's things like that. I'm like, no, Eagle's a good heel. He's got good heel moves. We legitimately hate him. But it's one of those where it's like, again, I just wish Mox had a little more offense in it to make it not feel like a full squash. And it's also one of those, and I know I joked with you where I'm like, I wish, like I even joked, I was like, just don't do a moonsault. Kind of wish he did just to redeem himself a little bit.
Yeah, especially if he's going to be coming in as a face, having that big face move like the moonsault and everything like that.
Laura?
That really worked for him.
She said the other.
Okay,
the other Pulver, so I'm assuming Laura.
Laura.
Okay, cool. We like her.
Yeah.
She's okay. Any other Pulver, I don't know. Brian and Laura are the only two I like.
I was going to say, we like Brian.
Yeah, Brian and Laura we like. Well, and Mama. We like Mama true. Pulver too. Yeah. All three of them. But any other siblings, I don't know you. Fuck you.
But Aaron Eagle coming away with a win on that one. I agree with you. I wish that Mox hadn't on his return just been fed to Aaron Eagle's build, but I mean it is what it is. According to Mox, he got called 6 hours before the show,
which is it. And when you say that, okay, cool. That's again, and I'm sure most wrestlers know this, but always be prepared. Always bring your gear for reasons like this. We've also talked to, I believe it was Zero.
Yeah.
That was like talked at the last seconds, like, hey, we need you. Okay, cool. And I think he actually won the match that he was like, hey, we need you. And
yeah,
like,
that would be the one where he was wearing the Iron Belly shirt, the triple threat, where he pinned Brixton Shaw.
Yeah, exactly. Where, again, storyline, I was like, this doesn't make sense. Why is he pinning a former world champion?
I just gotta wonder. It's like if Iron Belly had been in that match, would he have gotten that push, or would it have just been a fatal 4-way instead?
God, I hate this because I know Iron Belly would be upset, but I feel it'd be a fatal 4-way. I just, for some reason, management doesn't like him, and I don't get it. It is everything they should like, and he is. And granted, taking us out of it, he is over with the Addicts. Take us two out of it. He gets a loud reaction. Same with Zero. We've talked about it before. I always feel people like, oh, Zero gets a lot of pop because of us. No, he doesn't. Zero gets a pop because of the Addicts.
Yeah.
And I feel it's the same with Iron Belly, and I do wish they used him more, but it's management. For some reason, I don't think they liked it. And that was the other thing I wasn't going to mention, but then you brought it up. It's like, why didn't he have the fucking hammer with him? That hammer should be with him If it's a triple threat,
I think
if it's a tag, if it's a single, Thud should always be with him no matter what. And for whatever reason it is, what is that quote from Avengers? I agree with the cancel. It's fucking stupid, so therefore I'm going to do it anyways. That is what it should be.
Yeah.
The hammer should always be with him.
Yeah. But then after all of that, we had the MPX Tag Team Championship match as the BFFs, Mikey B and Matt Locke with Sammy, took on the boys.
Which I think, and again, I've already talked about it, but I think this probably should have been the opener. I think this opening the card was still got the crowd hot. Mm-hmm. Still would have been great.
Especially with how it ended.
With the stuff in between with Sammy and Hilda, which I'm sorry. Two things with the Addicts. And I'm no longer voice the Addicts, but it is a door, not a table. So why they're chanting, "We want the table," I don't understand. It's a door.
That's Matt's fault.
It's Matt's fault, and it's also just wrestling conditioning.
Yeah.
It's a table. But it's also Hilda would kill Sammy, guys. Like, it's...
I don't know.
Hilda's actually trained. For people who have been there, we've seen her in the ring. To our knowledge, which may be wrong, but to our knowledge, Sammy isn't really trained.
Not yet.
Hilda would legit destroy her.
Yeah.
So why y'all shouting, "Let's go, Sammy, kill her"? No, that's not going to happen.
And it was supposed to be
and it may also because I like Hilda, but Hilda would destroy Sammy.
That's fair. That's fair. A little bit of bias, but it's still fair.
A little bit, but I have a lot of good points.
But I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the way this is going, though, with the BFFs especially. Because you had the match, and I'm watching it, and I've got to be honest, the tag team division really needs like an injection of something.
And I get what you're saying, because I agree with you, because I love tag team wrestling. But if we watch MPX history, and if we know MPX management, this is what they've done for how long have we been covering it? 3 or 4 years? Mm-hmm. This is pretty much it. We have one dominant heel tag team that runs the division. I love the Impact players.
I'm not even.
How long did they hold the titles?
I'm not even talking about the boys holding it for as long as they have. How many times have they faced the Lost Boys? How many times have they faced BFF?
But that's, again, look at the Impact players. How many times did they defend against the same people until they did the storyline where, like, oh, we're only facing new tag teams. It's the same thing and that's the thing. It's until hi Tommy Dean. Until
it's about time you joined us.
They do that storyline to where the boys come out and go, nope, we want new competition. I don't think we're gonna see it.
Well,
and it's one of those where it's like at this point, as much as I love tag team wrestling, because it's MPX, I don't mind. Because in the end, I know MPX is going to put on great tag team matches.
I know, yeah.
Which, granted, and we'll talk about it next week. Next week is, I think, going to be a phenomenal tag match. And it technically is heel versus heel. It's going to be one of those weird things where it's like, who cheers for who? Are the fans actually going to care because they hate all 4 of these people?
Yeah.
I think it's going to... But to me, as far as the stupid... overthinking wrestling analyst I am, it's going to be a great match because it's 4 great competitors. And it also kind of continues the storyline that we've preset with the triple threat going back
the fact that the Sons and the Boys have been at each other.
Sons and the Boys, BFF, all 3 of those tag teams have fought each other tooth and nail for a month, give or take, maybe 2 months. So therefore, I'm okay with it. I like it, but it's one of those where, I like I said, I agree with you. I do wish we had more built-up face tag teams, but because of MPX history, I'm okay with it. which is the complete opposite of what happens in the main event.
But with the end of this match, of course, the boys won because the Sammy being in the ring.
Because of Sammy.
Gabe about to, hurt her, so therefore Matlock goes to save her because, he's turning over a new leaf. He's becoming a nicer guy.
He is, but it's also Sammy's got lust in her eyes for Locke.
But
And
it
I
looks
love
like-
how that's
It looks like it's
going.
a one-way thing on that one, though.
Oh no, it is because Locke is a true face to where he's like, no, you're my best friend's girl.
I've never seen a man look so uncomfortable getting...
Can I have like 2 or 3 of those?
Give him some gummy bears.
Yeah, I need gummies. I don't care. But no, that is a thing where, again, we've even talked about it. If this would have happened 3 or 4 months ago, would any of us believe Locke would have been the most over person
Right?
in MPX?
Right?
I love you, Dimitri.
And he's not. Exactly, Dimitri. I love you. I love how I've had to explain that to a couple of people. It's like, no, it's a storyline from the 80s. It's whole
yeah.
and they're doing
no.
it perfectly. They're doing it a little different, but they're doing it perfectly.
Yeah, and the thing is, Isaac, I'm liking how this is going because, like I said, Matt is so over as a face. And it's just insane. I almost, I'm like, people really should still be chanting Ratlock and, kind of like with the Kurt Angle "You suck" thing. It's like, come on, guys, we built that. It's like more especially the girls built that.
Which I love. That was a meme later on that I've seen recently. It's like, no, we chant Angle sucks because we love him.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. We chant Ratlock because, well, we love him.
Yeah. Coming in with the loss, of course, Mikey getting upset that Matt wasn't there to help him or something. He's like, I was trying to save your fiance.
Exactly. And it's one of those. Hello.
Go with it, Courtney. Go with it.
Yes, Courtney, chant Ratlock all you want. I will support that. But it is one of those where it is. It's one of those where it's like, should Mikey be mad? Probably not. But also, he didn't see.
Yeah.
He didn't see that his fiance that he loves. Okay.
Well,
he loves her, but for storyline purposes, it should have been TV. And that was the other thing. I love how at the beginning of the match, it was Locke saying, "Sammy, get the table," because immediately my friend leaned over me and he goes, "Why is it Sammy? Why is it not Mikey?" I was like, because it goes to the storyline. Fucking brilliant.
Well, also, she was the one on the outside, so that, yeah.
Mikey still could have jumped down and got the door. But it's one of those where it's like, I get people are going to be mad when this actually when the split actually happens. Mm-hmm. But storytelling wise, and again, the overanalyzing super fan I am, it's fucking brilliant because again, it's not one you would think of. If you would have said even 2 months ago, not even 5 months ago, said 2 months ago, oh, Mikey's going to be the face, Locke's going to be the heel, they're going to split and fight, most people would go with that.
Yeah.
The fact that Locke's going to be the face, Mikey's going to be heel, Sammy's stuck in the middle, which I really do hope it's kind of a Sammy leans towards Locke, be the face, they have the match, she just low blows him, whatever, and joins Mikey and be a full heel. God, that is beautiful storytelling.
Yeah.
But again, who knows what will happen, because I just said it, so MPX managed to be like, oh, fuck you, we'll see what happens, because we'll see in the last week, in the main event, they fucking did it.
And then we had the Fatality 4-Way with the leading man, Michael Schaefer, the reincarnation of excellence, Kari Wright, the immortal Jason Silver, and Tommy Dean, the Tommy Dean.
Yeah, Tommy Dean's a nickname.
Yeah,
he needs a moniker. Everyone's got the
like
leading man, the reincarnation of excellence, the immortal, and then just Tommy Dean. Like
Majin Tommy Dean. He's got the Vegeta stuff all over it.
Yeah, but I don't like Dragon Ball, so he's got to get something else.
That's fair. But this match was... I didn't actually get to watch too much of this match because, to be perfectly honest with you, I was having a hard time breathing. That smoke machine was just killing me.
You need to work at main event for a week. And you'll get used to that. I worked at main event in the game department, mostly in laser tag. Smoke and fog machine doesn't bother me at all. But no, it is one of those where I was a little shocked. Mm-hmm. I love Tommy Dean. I love all of XV. Everyone knows that. But having Tommy Dean, who's been on a losing streak, kind of get this win was a little shocking. I also was shocked that the clique, entourage, whatever you want to call it, wasn't there.
Yeah.
Where was Turtle? Where was LP? Where was PP? It just...
Yeah.
It was a little
we know
weird.
he's still around. He commented on some stuff later.
Yeah, it was just a little weird. I also love Silver. I love all four of these men. This match, people will get mad at me. To me, this was the second best match on the card behind Tommy and Exodus. It was very good for what should have been easily a clusterfuck. I thought everything they did on the outside, all the dives, everything laid out, I thought it was a very good fatality four-way, which again, love MPX management keep throwing the Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that was actually
sounds.
something I wanted to say about the tag team match. It's just you could see the look of pure unbridled joy on Matlock's face every time the Mortal Kombat announcer.
I mean, I saw it on Exodus too because he's a video game person. Like, and if people don't know, most wrestlers are nerds.
Yeah, talk more about that on After Dark.
So I think almost every wrestler enjoyed it, especially in the main event. Mm-hmm. But it is one of those where I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know a lot of people were getting annoyed with it. Me personally, I didn't because that's what I like.
Mm-hmm. I thought a lot of it was well timed.
I've been at MPX before where they've done that, and I've always enjoyed it. Every time they have a Mortal Kombat match or show, they throw those little sounds out, and it's great. Because last week I was like, I really hope they do the whoopsie. Knowing full well they would, because, again, I've been at MPX enough, I know they would. Mm-hmm. But to get all the sounds, what was it? Fatality, finish, every MPX sound we got, and it was great.
I think we even saw Friendship or heard Friendship at one point.
I think so too, and I may be wrong, but I hope it was with Silver and Dean standing off because technically they're XV, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, I love this Fatal 4-Way. I thought it was laid out very good. Like I said, it was a little, toasty. I think it was a little weird. Not weird. I think it was shocking that because that is what he's listed as, the Tommy Dean won. I was really thinking Schaefer to kind of build.
Yeah. No, it's like Schaefer's been like unstoppable lately. The fact that he lost this match, it's like he was the one who ate the pin, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
It was one of those where everybody got their finisher off on the next person, and it led to this like huge pile that Tommy did his. He
did the frog splash and hit it.
The pin.
It is one of those where I did, not just because of his size, but I did think Schaefer, because of the storyline we're going with, Schaefer would have made sense. Mm-hmm. To me, if I was ranking as far as wins and what I'm booking, Schaefer, Kari, Tommy, Silver. And to have Tommy win, it shocked me. I'm super excited that Tommy pinned Kari, as we were just told in the notes, because we're stupid.
Okay. Oh, right, because he got the straight jacket.
That's right. He had the straight jacket pile driver. His actual finisher.
He's
good job, Tommy Dean.
Splash, then the straight jacket pile driver on Kari and got that pin. Okay.
I've been drinking. Thank you.
I also, like I said, I didn't watch all of this match because it was hard for me to breathe.
You just went to your wife. Don't lie.
No, I was actually standing at the entrance.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, over by the AC.
I thought you were with your wife.
The AC was.
Oh, okay. But no, it was one of those where I'm super excited because, again, like I said, I think he had a great... Hi, puppy. He had a great showing against Masada, but he's still on that losing streak. Mm-hmm. To have him win this, and then obviously what's going to happen next week, oh my God, it makes amazing sense.
Well, he'd also just won against Luke Langley, too, so there's that as well.
You can probably steal her all you want. I don't think Jay's going to care.
Yeah.
I mean, I might. But.
Well, considering she just found out that one of her new best friends actually lives not too far from us, she probably am not going to see her as often.
Who?
But
anyone we know? No?
Yeah, Kenzie.
Oh, okay. We like the Caldwells.
Yes. I mean, hell, they made Nicholas made the logo for After Dark, which looks amazing.
It does.
But then we had, honestly, this was my second after the main, or the first match of Match of the Night of Brick Savage and Sky De Lacrimosa.
Was, given what happened, way better than I thought it'd be. I wasn't necessarily afraid of a squash. I would have understood because of what we're doing with Brick. But having Sky be that monster that I talked about, because last week I had said, I was like, oh, we haven't seen that monster in a while. He's not there. It's Brick's going to steamroll him, and he really didn't.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Also, given the injury that happened with I'm sure people saw blood.
Yeah.
Sky's eyelid literally got busted open.
Yeah. He was worried that his eye popped out.
Yeah, no, his first question apparently to the ref was, am I Vader? Which people don't know. Look up Vader's eye popping out. I think it was Kawada. I may be wrong.
Seen that video.
But his eye popping out. I don't know. God damn it, Tommy Dean! Don't text me during the show. It was to have him continue. Also, given the canvas, and immediately as soon as I saw the blood, I was like, "Oh fuck, they're in it early," because you can't get blood on that canvas. That canvas is brand new. It is special. It is purple. And again, we talked about it last week. If people don't know how expensive canvases are, they're very expensive, especially colored like that. So, and again, like that was my first thing I told him. I was like, well, good job. I don't think you bled on it.
Yeah.
Because from everything I could see, he didn't.
No.
It was all contained literally on him and his eye.
Stan Hansen.
Exactly. Yes, Stan Hansen and Vader, that was right. It was the lariat that popped it out, which again, lariat that happened in the sky.
So when we talk about the strongest lariat in Texas and everything like that, just know that we're talking about a deadly move, guys.
Exactly. It was one of those where it was like, oh my God. I was shocked because of the blood. One, I wanted to make sure my friend was okay. And then two, it was when he was okay and he kept going, I'm like, oh, they're doing a lot more than I thought they would. Because we've seen Brick steamroll everyone on this roster. And again, if people look at this and don't know the history, this is considered a squash match with Brick. And rightfully so, because Brick Savage is our monster right now.
Yep.
He is the monster heel that I've been begging for forever. But I did like how Sky got a little offensive. I like how he made Brick work for it. But again, Brick is going to be a force to reckon with in MPX, and it's like, granted, we'll talk about it next week, but where does he go from now?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to next week. I was actually a little worried because I was like, okay, Sky is the logical end of this angle that's been built for the past few weeks and everything like that. So are we going to not have Brick after that? But then Brick announced, I'm here until...
Well, and it was one of those where I didn't think it was an end of an angle, because again, like I said, I thought, and I said it last week, and most people are like, oh, you've turned on Sky. I didn't turn on Sky. It's... storyline wise,
I love how Brick looked at you and said, "This your boy?"
No. At that moment, he wasn't. But no, it was one of those where I didn't. Again, like I said, I was shocked at how much Sky got in because Brick is this dominant heel monster that MPX has needed for a while. For storyline wise, I'm all for it. Yes, for my friend, I wish Sky would have won and done better. But storyline wise, I thought it was great. But again, it is one of those, talking about next week, I don't necessarily think he's going to steamroll the competition. I think he will win. I will say that right now.
Yeah.
But it is one of those where it's like, I don't think he's going to destroy him. I think I think his opponent will do much better than Sky. I think it will be his toughest opponent at MPX history to this date.
That's true.
Because again, I think if done right, we can build Brick into this. If you look back 3 or 4 years ago, to this Hardacus type character.
I mean, if you think about it, Brick's got the Venom gear and everything like that. Venom, for the most part, has been a super villain.
Yeah.
That means he would need to take on a hero, a true hero.
I was looking more towards the final boss, but okay.
Yeah. He'll work his way there. But, yeah, and then the main event, which, like I said, it was kind of controversial, especially with how it ended. Kid Bandit being the first defense for Dmitry Alexandrov and the Prospect Championship. This... it was a fun match. I will say that. I enjoyed it, and Kid is very obviously really good in the ring. And yes, they are. What you saw was...
I will... Okay.
They are good in the ring when they wrestle.
I enjoy the character and charisma of Kid. And again, I'm pissing a lot of people off, and I'm sorry. I love most of you. Not all of you, because fuck some of you. I enjoy Kid's charisma and everything he brought into the ring. I just felt it was very sloppy as wrestling. There were some things where it was like unnecessary. I know I'm pissing a lot of people off, and I'm sorry. When I see clips of Kid Bandit, I was super excited. Seeing them live, I was disappointed, and it was and I'll use the analogy of I was opposite of Ninja Mac. With Ninja Mac, I saw clips. I'm like, oh, he's just flippy, whatever. Not that into it. I saw them live, and I'm like, oh, Ninja Mac is good. The difference to me was Ninja Mac actually connected and went full force on the flips and kicks and punches and all his flippy-do shit. Kid Bandit did not. Kid Bandit was very light on his strikes or missed some of the time. Again, this is very wrestling, overanalyzing.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like you got to remember that you look at it differently.
Oh, I know I do, because that was the thing I was talking with, I'll go ahead and say I was talking with Courtney afterwards, because she was super excited. And I'm like, yeah, that's great, cool. From me, as wrestling I want, they weren't what I want. And it's not even, people are like, you like this. You're like, no. I wish they would connect more. Every time he did something flippy and kicked Dimitri, it seemed very light or brush off. It was not connecting. It wasn't followed through. It was nothing like that. And it was, again, to Dimitri, which, sorry, Dimitri, you know I love you. It seemed he had, and no pun intended, kid gloves with Kid Bandit. He wasn't striking as hard as I've seen Dimitri strike. And it's one of those where I was more disappointed in Kid Bandit coming in than I was excited when I first heard they were announced. And it's also one of those where it's not, I said it last week, I didn't see how Kid would win. Now that Kid's won, where are we going with this? I don't get it. Kid, for the most part, if you look at Kid Bandit's Facebook, Twitter, whatever he's posted, he's booked. So we've just lost our prospect title that we just got back in Aztec Warfare. We're losing it for a couple months, maybe that. And then you've got Tommy Dean, who most recently missed a week, and we stripped him. I just feel storyline-wise, and again, MPX may prove me wrong, but storyline-wise, none of this makes sense. I think I might have been a little better if, say, Kid was announced more, even if the match was a little better, I think I think Kid Bandit was very good as a promoter and booker. I think Kid Bandit was very good to bring in. I think the comedy stuff at the beginning was good. I just wish the action would have been a little better. And again, this is my opinion. This is not MPX, not CMP. If you're going to be mad at Kyle Smith because I'm fucking saying it.
Courtney brings up a very good point. There's a Prospect Championship match, not this weekend, but next weekend.
When was that announced?
That was announced a couple weeks ago.
Okay. But
Legs winning that match meant a Prospect Championship shot.
So are we sure Kid's going to be here for that shit, or is it going to be Legs versus Vacant? We do a Red and Tommy Dean type double title. And again, that's part of my problem is we just did all this. We just had a champion get stripped. We just had the title brought back. It just and again, MPX might prove me wrong, but booking wise, we've just done all this. So I don't know what's going to happen because, again, we don't get told anything. If Kid's back, fucking cool. Great. Because, again, they will sell tickets and hopefully they be a little better the next time I see them again. And that's just me. I know you were super excited to see them and you enjoyed everything that happened in that match. I know after talking with Courtney, she enjoyed everything in that match. For me and my wrestling taste, I didn't like it. Maybe also if it wasn't the main event, I would have been a little better.
You were already salty there.
Well, and that's the thing. And most people, like I said, you can, because again, people are going to say, oh, you're just bitter and blah, 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 you're drunk. No. Ask Pat, Greg, and Courtney. I said all this after Saturday. I truly thought the card was okay. I didn't think it was great. I thought the layout was weird. I thought storylines were weird. I thought this could have been better. I didn't like the MPX title being front. I thought it should have been co-main. Having this as the main event and having the ending in the match it was. Because, again, maybe if they followed through a little better, maybe it would have been a better, more match technical style. Which, again, I know it's only me and my flavor of wrestling. I truly didn't. I guess the thing I'm trying to say the most, which is the point I'm getting across, was I was a little disappointed in Kid Bandit. The clips I had seen, I thought were better. And then seeing it in the ring, and maybe on camera, which Friday, if I watch, maybe on camera, it looks better. But seeing there live, seeing some of the flips and kicks and strikes, it didn't feel like they connected. Which again, you weren't where I was. How did it look to you?
To me, it looked fine. Honestly, It's like I noticed that there wasn't as much wrestling in this match, and I've seen a full match. So I saw that hardcore match they were in and everything, but actually Tommy's got a very good point here of for two wrestlers who've never met before, them not fully connecting and everything like that. I can see. Why it was, maybe not perfect. Maybe Dimitri and Kid don't have that in-ring chemistry yet.
Right.
And everything. It's like kids only a year into their
career.
And
I was going to say that's Courtney. Yeah. Something Courtney has said. It's like they've only been a year in, and that is cool. Again, I think for me, it was just...
That's also true, Tommy.
It was the opposite of Ninja Mac. When I saw Ninja Mac's clips... I was like, oh, this isn't great. And then when I watched him, I was like, oh, no, he's actually good. His flips have meaning. He strikes well. He connects. Everything's great. And with Kid Bandit, the clips I saw, I was like, oh, my God, they're amazing. I can't wait to see them. And then seeing them live, I'm like, oh,
okay. I've got to address this. Greg?
Yeah, my phone's dead.
Kid Bandit will be back. We're not losing the belt. I'm sorry. That's probably the most ridiculous argument.
We haven't heard that yet. We might. We haven't heard that yet. It is not for sure.
Kid Bandit said that they're going to be back. It's the whole thing of...
When was that?
when they talked to me after the show.
Like on the actual show or just you? Because if it wasn't the actual show, it doesn't count. Again, you can't say stuff you don't know.
As a matter of fact, Dimitri said it doesn't matter who a kid takes on, first or anything like that. He's going to be the one to take it off of them.
Okay, I'm just saying.
So
if it's on camera, it doesn't matter.
You also doesn't help that kid wrestles at least 4 times a week. They're probably always
sore. Yeah, it's like, as a matter of fact,
they were sore Sunday. Holy shit! I saw that match.
The week before.
Paro killed them.
Yeah, but the week before, they had actually said, I think I cracked a rib.
Yeah.
So it's like that may have been another part of it in which we were getting the best that kid could muster with a cracked rib.
And again,
if you have a cracked rib, it doesn't matter how big and tough you are, you're gonna feel it.
And that's the thing. I'm trying not to talk bad about them. I'm not trying to talk bad about Dimitri. Everyone knows I love Dimitri. Mm-hmm. And Dimitri gives 110% every time he's in that ring. To me, in my wrestling style and my wrestling mind, overthinking, overanalyzing, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, but just getting back to that, I'm sorry. Look, pulling the curtain back. What on God's earth? No. What on God's earth makes anybody think that Matthew Palmer, Ernie Pruitt, Richard Hill are going to put the belt on somebody who they don't have assurances are going to come back?
Because MPX has done it in the past with the tag titles.
Yeah.
X-Pac won the tag title and then dropped it the next week for a tournament. Mm-hmm. So it has happened before. We could have Kid Bandit dropping it, which, granted, you've already kind of spoiled that they may be back.
But that's
they could have easily dropped it back, and we have a tournament, which that was kind of my whole argument. Is like, we just got the title back in Aztec Warfare. Now we're going to do a tournament, which you've kind of spoiled. We're not. It's like, we've already done the storyline.
But that's the thing. It's like everybody's everybody's saying, oh, we're not going to see that title ever again or for months or anything. That's not going to happen. If it was going to be it could have been the fact that if Kid wasn't going to be able to make it back and then they had them win, they would have kept the belt and we'd have seen something else happen. Right. But it's not. Just drop that. It's probably the dumbest argument in my opinion.
But I think it's valid because for the simple fact that we already saw that with the tag titles in MPX history with Tommy Dean, with X-Pac. We saw it with Tommy Dean where he couldn't defend it. He's stripped. It's on red, and we've gone on. Like, they have done this in the past. Now, granted, you've already said Ken Bandit's come back. All right, cool. They've got a storyline plan. But if they didn't, these are a couple of storylines that they've already done recently.
If they didn't, they wouldn't have put the belt on it.
But we've seen it in the past.
You've seen it in the past years and years ago. Obviously, it didn't work then.
Yeah, Ryan won the tag titles and dropped it.
That was a special case, and you know it.
Is it?
Yes.
Is Kid Bandit not going to be a special case and then drop it immediately? That could have been a special case, too. Just to get, and again, this is not what happened, but again, to get MPX publicity, have Ken Bandit go on Twitter with the title and then be like, oh, they won it, and now they're dropping it to do a thing. To get publicity, to get people looking at MPX, they could have easily done that.
Yeah, they could have, but they didn't. And you're sitting here going, you're pointing to something that happened years ago.
Ryan was just a couple of months ago.
Ryan, like I said, that was a special case insofar as that was the condition that was given to them for the Impact players' return for Purple Rain.
But again, we don't know that. Addicts, all these people don't know that.
You do know that.
I know that. The people don't. Not everyone knows what we know. Hence why I went all along this whole time saying, I don't know if Kid Bandit's come back. Even though I've had people tell me, oh, Kid Bandit will be back. Okay, cool. They haven't, MPX has not said that yet. So therefore, because I'm doing this and I'm the voice of the addicts, which, fuck you, I'm not, I'm playing it as I don't know they're coming back.
Okay, but at the same time, you had just spent about 5-10 minutes, like basically shooting on Kid, and then all of a sudden you're kayfabe.
Didn't shoot on
Yeah,
Kid.
you did.
I was giving my
you did.
opinion.
Oh, some of the flips didn't hit as hard.
But they
some of them
didn't.
missed. Some of them did this.
Let's be honest again.
Dude,
I actually
you shot on Kid Bandit, and then you tried to play kayfabe, and now you're trying to backtrack.
didn't play kayfabe. I do want to see the footage on Friday because where I was sitting, a lot of that stuff did not hit, and it's one of those where again, watching their clips, and again, not seeing a full match of Kid, which is my fault, but watching clips and the highlights of Kid, I was super excited for them to come in, and then seeing them live, I was just slightly disappointed. And again, that's a fan's opinion. That is my opinion. I know you love them. I know Lily loved them. I know Courtney loved them. Just to me and my wrestling style and everything that happened in that match.
Greg, I was referring to X-Pac. Pay attention if you're going to make comments like that.
I'm sorry, Greg. I can't see comments. Otherwise, I would defend you.
He said, it's not been years. It's 2021. I was specifically referring to X-Pac.
Yeah, but you also mentioned Ryan. And that
No,
was
you mentioned Ryan.
You did.
No, I did not.
I just...
Good God, it was Pat that mentioned Ryan.
Someone mentioned Ryan.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, granted, we don't know because the MPX announcement, you kind of spoiled it. Now that we know that Kid will be back, okay, this all makes sense. It's all cool. But if we didn't know, take not knowing Kid's out, take knowing that the belt is gone, do you not admit that it's not wrong, but at least admit that it's weird that you put the title on a guy who's not here?
But here's the thing. If we're going to play kayfabe on that, then no, it's not. Kid Bandit won and said they're going to come back and defend the belt. So...
But again, I don't think anyone knew they said they were coming back.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't watch.
I got plenty of views on the video.
Well, I'm not there, so I don't watch it. But that's the thing. When are they coming back? Because Tommy Dean missed a week and he got stripped.
Yes. The plot where Tommy Dean missed a week and got stripped because they were trying to put the Prospect Championship on Red Chambers.
So you're saying we can't do that again? We can't strip the champion for a week, put it on someone else, and then have them go head to head again? Again, Kid's coming back. Listen, spoiler, Kid's coming back. That is awesome. I can't wait to see what we do with the Prospect title. Storyline wise, what are we doing in the meantime with that? Because again, like I said, we already have the storyline precedent. And taking kayfabe, this is kayfabe, taking the storyline precedent where Tommy got stripped, so that title was up for grabs. Are we stripping Kid?
We already have a booked Prospect Championship match.
You say that, but MPX has not said that. I know you have been told that.
MPX has said that.
But they didn't.
My after show is official MPX.
Okay, move on.
I'm sorry you're bitter about that.
I'm not bitter about it.
That's why you're flipping the camera off every 5 minutes.
No, when I watched, because I did watch the Ken Bandit special you posted, I don't remember them saying they're fighting legs. I remember Dimitri coming out, but I don't remember Dimitri saying, hey, next week or 2 weeks, you're fighting legs. We didn't hear that. All we heard was Dimitri saying, I want the belt back.
James Lindsay has a good point. If that had been the case, Dimitri would have been stripped 2 weeks ago because they were supposed to fight Hayden.
That is very true, and I even said that last week.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's one of those where it's the storylines precedents aren't aligning, and that's fine. It's wrestling. Wrestling storylines precedents don't align. I am not... People are thinking I'm upset the Kid won. I'm really not. I think it's cool if they're coming back. Which again,
and Tommy Dean even says I was stripped by evil management. Richard has eased up a bit, and also he hates me way more than Kid.
That one I can get behind. That storyline I can get behind because Richard has a hatred.
Specific.
Richard hates XV. I think it would have been better because again, I did watch the show. if Kid would have said, I would have been back in 2 weeks. I'm fighting legs in 2 weeks. Me versus leg. If they would have announced it clearly, but they didn't. We're going off 2 weeks ago where they're like, oh, legs got a prospect title shot. It'll be in 2 weeks. And then on your show, because I did watch, despite what people think, because, yeah, I am bitter a little bit. The only thing out of that show was Demetrius saying, I want my title back. It wasn't, hey, you're fighting legs next week or 2 weeks. You're not defending it in 2 weeks. You're not coming back in 2 weeks. It was nothing. Literally, Kid says, oh, I'll be back. Okay, cool. When are you coming back? Go rewatch it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. But again, like I said, I said on the after show, hey, Legs, that victory netted you a prospect championship.
Oh, you talked to Legs?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't watch that. I watched the Kid one you posted.
Yeah,
Okay, that's where the miscommunication is. I didn't watch the whole show. I didn't see your special with Legs. I saw the special with Kid, the 2.5 minute you posted with Kid.
Yeah, no,
that's all I watched.
It was the one on MPX, on the MPX page from a couple weeks ago, in which I also talked to Matt Locke and the boys, in which Matt Locke had just been through that death match.
Yeah.
And it's like I talked to Legs and said, hey, yeah, according to sources, you're getting a prospect championship attempt out of this.
But was there a date set?
Yes, September 12th.
But who set that date? Did Legs say that, or did you say that?
Management told me.
Okay. That's where I think the confusion is MPX hadn't said it. Again, because we say stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Yeah.
I think that's the confusion, and it's also where that was 2 weeks ago, because, again, you even mentioned Locke. Locke didn't know he was getting a title match this week. That just happened last week. I think that's where my issue is it's not, and again, this is, people are thinking we're mad. We're not mad. We're really discussing. I'm literally not mad. It's one of those where I'm trying, again, God, I hate it because I said it and I regret it. The voice of the addicts. The addicts don't know that was said. So you're saying that, saying, oh, Kid will be here next week. But that was nowhere posted on MPX's page. That was nowhere posted on Kid Bandit's social media. So we're just saying that, assuming, because Lake said last week that he gets a prospect title the week after, that is true. We don't know that that's true. You understand where I'm coming from?
Ish, if you don't watch the other stuff, yes. Okay. But that was Metroplex Kombat, obviously.
That's
like I said.
No,
I was talking about that one specifically. But like I said, a very controversial ending. Obviously, there are people who are happy that Kid won. There are people who are very upset that Kid won.
Just be honest, it's the only one that I'm upset. And again, I'm not upset. I just...
Oh, no. You're not the only one who's upset.
Okay. Greg, but that's because I talked to Greg.
Somebody else who I had to block because I was about to.
Oh, okay,
go
cool.
Off. Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
Oh, it's just trash booking. Yeah. All over the freaking page.
And again, it's not trash booking. I don't mind it if they're coming back, which you've spoiled. They're coming back. If they weren't coming back, say till December or January, I would be super pissed off about it. Yeah, more pissed off than I am now.
Yeah, no, honestly, I will agree with that. If we weren't going to see the belt again until next year, that would be one thing. But and you got to have faith in management.
And that's the thing is, I think it was when it first happened. Yeah, I'm pissed off because from the last time I looked at Kids' bookings that they posted,
they're all over the place.
Yeah, they're gone until January. So it's like, how does this? We just brought the belt back and we're losing it to January? No, fuck that. Now that it has been revealed they're coming back, okay, cool. I'm okay with it. At first, no, I was not, because again, we just brought the belt back. Mm-hmm. But now that you have spoiled that they're coming back, cool.
You kind of forced my hand.
I didn't mean to. I was just trying to give my fans' opinion.
But so Metroplex Wrestling. Controversial ending. But next week, or this coming Saturday, we've got Texas Infamous for 2022. I love the show name. I'm glad we're keeping it around.
Infamous or famous?
Infamous.
Texas Infamous.
Is it? I thought it was famous. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm told.
Okay. I thought it was famous, but okay, cool.
I looked at the faces and was like,
Well, no,
these are going to be awesome.
Well, no, and I was just thinking of last year. I thought it was Texas Famous, but if it's Infamous, okay, cool. Either one works.
Yes, we're going to get the Tommy battle back, this time with added Luke Langley. I loved Tommy versus Tommy the first time they went off, because especially since they leaned into the joke of Tommy versus Tommy having the same high flying style.
You leaned into the joke of frog splash, drop kick.
I leaned into it on mainline afterward, but they leaned into it in the match.
Yeah. No,
and I loved that, and I just went along with it because
this card was one of those that I was looking at because I saw it today. I think it was released today.
That was last night.
Today, whatever. I've had a shit couple days, so. But looking at it, I was like, holy shit, this card is amazing. Like, every one of these matches probably could main event. Like, what the fuck?
The joke of the Battle of the Tommies has been going around for a long while. We were really kind of hoping for it.
Even with real Tommies and fake Tommies. Mm-hmm. Or I guess real Tommies and kayfabe
Yeah,
Tommies.
no, when
whatever
I found
you want to talk about.
Tommy, when I found that out, I laughed my ass off. It's like when we were making jokes about Casey being a miniature Jackson Stone.
Oh, yeah. Again, fake Tommies and real Tommies.
Yeah. But, that match alone.
Casey's and fake Jacksons. Like, yeah.
If it was just the two of them, I'd be happy. But the fact that we're going to have Luke Langley in the match as well, that's going to be an epic match.
Match of the year contender, or match of the year winner last year, and contender this year. Like, it's everything Luke does is amazing. And to put him in there again with Tommy Dean, and then to have him in there with Tommy Becker, that match is going to be amazing. I'm super excited for it because, again, these are three people I love. Again, I love wrestling, and these three men know wrestling. Like, they're not going to do. They might have some comedy spots because of Tommy Becker, but this is going to be a true wrestling match, and I'm super excited. Yeah. And I hate that I can't see comments because you're laughing, and it annoys me.
It's right there. They're right there, bro.
Yeah, those are. I need bigger.
Oh, is that it? Okay, we'll try it this way. See if that works. Come on. Yeah, there we go.
Well, that's way worse. But no, the Tommy Becker, Tommy Dean, Luke Langley, like, these are three of the best competitors roster. And again, this is a card that any of the matches that were announced could main event.
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick a match of the year contender because every match on this is amazing.
Oh, yeah. No, even whittling it down to 10 is going to be just bad.
Yeah.
Bad for us.
I was going to say, I feel like all of them are going to be from Texas Infamous.
Yeah. Remember last year we were like, we've got like 3 from the same show. Let's see if we can pick something else.
Yep.
But, that match is going to be awesome. The Fatal 4-Way match we're getting, I really, really hope they reinforce the ring.
I was super shocked at this because that was my first thought. I was like, the ring can't hold all 4 of them.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna have Remedy, we're gonna have the leading man Michael Schaefer, we're gonna have the Weapon Bane Bailey, we're gonna have the Puerto Rican Juggernaut Angel Camacho. Holy crap!
And it's not. It is no disrespect to Bane Bailey, but does he not seem out of place in this match?
Just a little bit. He looks tiny compared to everybody else.
And it's one of those where, again, I like Bane. He seems out of place. If we would have had a triple threat, okay, cool. Bane seems out of place. And it's also one of those where it's like, are Remedy and Schaefer's hatred going to cancel each other out and Bane somehow gets the win? Or, Camacho gets a win.
Angel Camacho gets the win.
And again, that's one of those where all 4 of these men, if any of them win, we either have a built-in face monster with Bane, or we got a built-in heel monster with any of the other 3. Which I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, Remedy's a fake." Listen to Remedy's comments. Look at what he's been doing. He's getting a little depressed, so to speak.
James Lindsay, come on now.
we're not body shaming. We have no room to talk. They're just huge guys.
They are. This is over 1,000 pounds in the ring, give or take. I mean, Camacho's 450 himself, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Remedy's 3 something.
Yeah, Schaefer's
275, 280.
Yeah, and I have no idea what Bane is.
Yeah, Bane's slightly a stick, but he's probably 225.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's also again, like almost 7 feet tall.
That's probably 1,000 pounds, give or take. But it's one of those where again, say this was a match on any other card, it could main event. Like that's the thing I think that shocks me about this card was, oh my god, any of these matches could main event. And like I said, if any of these win, I'm probably super excited for it because
Remedy says he's not 300.
Really? Thought you'd be close. Okay. He's probably lost a little weight. I'm sorry. He's going to be mad at me. And
I mean, his job, probably.
That is true. Yeah. Being a sheriff, you got to be a certain weight limit. But yeah, it's one of those where it's, again, if anyone wins, I'm excited for because it is a monster face or monster heel. But given Schaefer's history in 4 ways, it does not work well for him.
James, I'm one of those anti-body shaming addicts.
You're not going to say Hilda needs to lose weight?
God.
I picked the skinniest one, okay, people? Don't yell at me.
No, that reminded me of the problems who are no longer problems. Talking about Tommy Prince needs to eat a sandwich.
Oh, yeah, they're not allowed in the building anymore. The MPX addicts run them off. Good job, addicts.
I love it when we do that.
We are a family. Don't fuck with us.
But speaking of MPX addicts, we have an MPX addicts championship match as the reincarnation.
Oh, we have a belt back?
Yeah.
It's not gone like the prospect title?
No, it's not, because this one's held by one of our own. The reincarnation of excellence, Kari Wright, is going to be taking on the MPX addicts champion, the true hero, Casey Clay.
And again, a match like a main event because these two men are so good.
Yeah, but if it was main event, then you'd be upset.
It depends if X is in there or not.
Oh, he is.
Well, I know he's there. I'm saying if he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, if he wasn't there, again, any of these cards can main event.
Yeah.
Kari and Casey are going to put on one hell of a show.
It's going to be amazing.
The athleticism that both these men have, and most people look at Kari and think, oh, he's not athletic. It's Casey. It's a different athleticism. Kari knows wrestling, and he knows how to make, and that's not saying that Casey doesn't know wrestling. But the way Kari works, again, I think the reincarnation of excellence name, the Kari, is so fitting. But yeah, having Kari and Casey in this and having the Addicts title back when we've lost our prospect title is good. I'm going to keep bringing it up until it's announced. Just know that.
See, now we're at a point where I'll play along with it. It's just that I got sick of seeing everybody being like, oh, we're never going to see that again. It's like, guys, have some fucking faith in management, okay? But
sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Have faith in WWE. How many times have they let you down?
Okay, no. See,
this is wrestling.
There's a reason I don't watch WWE, though.
Oh, Triple H has done well.
I've heard.
WWE has done very well lately.
I'm not against it. It's honestly, now at this point, I just don't have cable.
I don't understand Braun coming back, but okay, cool. Whatever.
I think it's because they're trying to tempt back Bray, so they want to get the Bray's family back.
So Rowan's going to come back next? Yeah, I actually thought that too, but we'll see.
Rest in peace, Brody.
I think Bray's already on his way back, given some of the backstage stuff we've seen. Yeah. I think all the backstage stuff leads Bray. This is way off topic.
We'll talk more about that after dark, or Rehab After Dark. But yeah, no, this match, Casey Clay, Kari Wright, that's going to be...
It is. It's going to be one of the most athletic competition we've seen. Like I said,
and the thing is, I think Casey's going to get a chance to, be more of the power wrestler in this one because,
more of a power, and we've seen good face. This is probably the best face we'll see Casey. Because again, Kari is a great heel. Kari, I think you alluded to it. Kari is that old school gorgeous George type
Yes,
heel.
I'm just going to take time. I'm going to ignore
Exactly.
everybody. Y'all don't matter. Y'all are beneath me. It's like I almost wish he came in wearing a robe or something like that he could
Like-
take 5 minutes to take off and very carefully fold. Yes, I am a huge classic wrestling fan.
Like, as good as the in-ring work will be, I think the character work of face and heel is going to be better.
We'll see, because they also both have a tendency to hyper focus on the match, and
True.
so we may not see a whole lot of character work. We may just see a clinic of
Yes.
excellent wrestling.
Exactly.
And then we're also going to get Brick Savage versus 50 caliber Barrett Brown. Holy crap! This is going to be amazing.
It is, and it's one of those where it's like, again, where do we go with Brick? Because he's kind of squashed everyone he's been in the ring with. You cannot squash Barrett Brown. And again, it's not.
I don't think
he didn't necessarily squash Sky.
I don't
he really
think he's.
didn't.
Yeah, it's like I don't think he's going to squash Barrett. I don't.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think that he's going to lose, but I don't think he's going to squash Barrett.
Exactly, and that's the thing. I don't think he will either. But it's one of those where it's like, in the 3 or 4 years we've been lucky to get Barrett in MPX, has he lost?
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
When?
He lost to-
Red beat him.
He lost to Red.
Yeah, totally forgot about that. Help. But
So now you're admitting to it.
oh
Okay,
yeah,
I
it
get
fits. It fits. But it is one of those where Barrett is one of the best in Texas, and obviously everyone says he's the best in Texas. And you're having Brick, you're building him as this monster heel. Where do we go? Like I said,
Yeah.
I do think Brick wins, but it's like I don't think it's going to be a squash. I don't think it was single-handedly. I think it's going to be super close, and I think I'm super excited because we're finally going to see how good Brick actually is. We're going to see the comeback. We're going to see how well he does with someone who actually matches him. So yeah, again, one of the matches that could be match of the year, main event, any card, and it's probably going to be fucking 3 or 4 on the card.
We're going to find out whether bricks are bulletproof.
They are. You saw Dark Knight. There was stuck a bullet in it and then
true.
took it out. So yeah.
Yeah. But then we're also going to get another MPX Tag Team Championship match. This time the boys are taking on a team that isn't BFFs or the Lost Boys. They're going to be taking on the Sons of Mayhem.
Who they've taken on before.
They've taken them on in triple threats, but this is going to be the first time that they're,
And again, it's
Team versus team.
I understand the graphic, but what Sons of Mayhem are we getting? I get the graphic, but they are they not kind of the Freebird rule?
No, kind of, yeah. But I think Nick's going to just be there to creep out Hilda. Like he did with Sammy.
Which is good.
Yeah.
He likes the chase, remember?
But of course, that's actually not the real question when it comes down to it. What is the Jerome factor going to be? I
was going to say, is JD there? Is JD giving them extra motivation and tips to beat the boys? I think it's going to be a great match because, again, I love tag team wrestling. The boys right now, there's not many better.
No.
I mean, even when we call it Legacy, the tag team moves and tag team action they do, it's fucking phenomenal.
But we've also seen the tag team moves and the chemistry
Jake
between
and Red
Jake
are great.
and Red. So I actually have full confidence that this is going to be an awesome match because...
And people are sick of me hearing me say it already. It could be match of the year and match of the night for this card. Like this tag title match, even though it's heel versus heel, is going to be amazing.
Yeah. And I think there's going to be a lot more story to it, too. I don't know how much story we're going to get with the boys because their story is they're the champs right now. But with the Sons of Mayhem, we're going to get that story of what's going on internally within the Sons of Mayhem with JD being the new leader, the new factor.
It's internal, and it's also they still want to prove they're the best. They want to prove that no one can stop them, that this is their future. This was willed to them by the late great Stephen Kirby. That is their ring, their title. R.I.P.
Some things never go away. Heck, if you watch Legacy, we do that twice.
That is their ring, that is their titles, that is their house. Like that is what they are trying to live up to their namesake.
Yeah.
And while, yes, the boys have had Daddy Hill in the past, we have not seen Daddy Hill in a long time with the boys. So is it kind of a change to where Jerome and the Sons of Mayhem are fully going to take over? Because, again, I've always said, I was like, MPX history, we've always had a great stable. Sons of Mayhem are there, just not yet. They just added Jerome. Oh, shit, that kind of put them over the top, did it not?
But we'll see on that one, because that's going to be pretty awesome. And then we're going to get the MPX Championship match, which I hear from management is actually going to be match number 2 on Saturday.
God damn it. They would, just to piss me off.
Yeah,
because,
probably.
again, any of these matches could main event, but fuck.
But Exodus Prime will be defending against Matlock. Last week we saw Exodus, basically trying to big-time Matlock, and Matlock's the all-star. You can't big-time the all-star.
Is it really big-timing when you are the champ and he is in the champ's way?
But he's
to me, if you rewatch
the all-star, though.
If you rewatch the video, Locke shoved him. Exodus did not shove him. It was Locke.
It's just the shoulder, man. Yeah. But either way, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yes, I think it's going to be good. I think my whole thing is Mikey there? Is Sammy there? Like, who does Locke have? Or does Locke have anyone?
Yeah, because Kari's going to be there too. We could see Prime Flight or whatever they're going by at MPX now.
Civil Disorder is supposedly dead.
Yeah, we could see Kari come to his defense or come to help him out or something like that. And we might see somebody run out to try and save Matt, or maybe not. We'll see.
Right, and again, this is one of those matches. I know y'all are sick of it. It's match of the year. It's match of the night. Like this match.
Well,
and again, it's
you said at the beginning of this part that any of these could be match of the year.
They could, and if I know MPX management will do it just to piss me off, but this is not the main event. What the hell are we doing?
You know as well as I do this is going to be
Locke and Exodus. Again, you've got literally the top heel and the top face. How is this not going to be the main event? And it's fighting for the MPX title. No, this has to end the show.
This is definitely going to be main event. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Make sure you have your tickets. Obviously, season passes are already out, so are already done. So you're out of luck on that one. But get your tickets for this weekend. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, it will probably be show of the year.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, Purple Rain and The Purge was pretty close.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But also, don't forget, in October, we're going to have Abaddon coming to MPX. I know you're not entirely happy with that.
I was going to say, against the one person I'm probably okay with.
Yeah,
because it will be a good match.
They will be taking on the fallen goddess Athena. And when I saw that announcement, it's like, I hadn't been told anything about that.
Oh, that wasn't a special year show thing?
No, it's like, cool. I hadn't been told anything about that. So the fact that it's like I saw the thunder hit and everything like that, I'm like, oh my God. For half a second, I'm like, what, Tim Storm? No. And then other thought was, oh, Athena.
Your first thought went Thunder Rosa? Thunder? Jesus.
Not after recent times, but that's for After Dark. But yeah, Abaddon versus Athena. I'm looking forward to that one.
October 22nd. And also, October 22nd, Last Man Standing, JD and Palmer 2.
Or the Palmer's going to be able to walk out of that show alive is going to be the question.
One of them might be.
But so get your tickets and look forward to the season passes for October. I'm looking forward to that because they always seem to make October fun.
Well, it is. It's Halloween, and we got to compete with the haunted house next door. So, which again, if you've never been there, get there early. Parking sucks.
Yeah, no, parking really goes downhill during October. But luckily, that's the only time we really have to deal with it. But either way, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it kayfabe.
See y'all in 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes or so. I gotta pee.